Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in again this week. We've got a deer hunt and a turkey hunt for you on this week's episode. We're going to take off and go to northeastern Ohio with John Rhodes. As you've seen in previous episodes throughout the season, John likes to add other elements to his hunting experience, push his limits, see what he can do differently from time to time to take it to the next level. So in this week's episode, John is actually hunting a piece of property that is accessible only by canoe. So John takes a long trek every time to this spot with all of his gear and himself, camera equipment. By canoe, does his hunt, then canoes back to the vehicle. I believe this is probably, if I'm correct, the first time John has actually filled a tag and taken an animal out by canoe. So it's a pretty interesting hunt. It's fun to see John push his limits and add other elements to his hunts, from deboning and butchering deer in the woods, packing them out by backpack, to now using his canoe as well. Then we're going to go back a few years to a turkey hunt, which was actually my very first turkey tag to be filled. Over the years, here and there, I dabbled with turkey hunting with friends once or twice a year, every few years. Never really got into it. This is actually the first year that I took up turkey hunting full blown, and the first bird I ever killed was quite an experience. Haven't looked back since. I still say my pick is whitetail, but turkey hunting holds a special place in my adventures and things I like to do. So let's get right to it. Take off with John, see how he does canoeing into the whitetail woods. Hope you enjoy it.
Well, after reviewing my video footage from last night, I thought I'd missed. I got back home, I played it over the computer on a bigger screen, and it definitely looked like I did hit. So, came back in here this morning, do the right thing just to make sure, and actually did find blood, and I wasn't too far off last night. I don't know how I missed it. Anyways, found her, or should I say him, button buck, story of my life, but public land nonetheless. First one right there. Back last night after I thought I missed this deer and played the video footage back on my computer on a larger screen and realized that it looked like I did hit it indeed. So got up early this morning, packed everything up, and came back out to look for it. Thought it was a doe. It actually happens to be a hard-horn button buck with about half-inch nubs on each side. So anyways, public land deer. I shot last day of firearm season, yesterday around 5 o'clock. So on my way to load them up in the truck and head back to work for the rest of the day. So pretty happy that I was able to come back and find him. I don't know how I missed it last night. I just must have been off on the distance when it got dark, because I didn't go far enough back. I thought it was closer when I shot him. So. But it was pretty much a red carpet trail with blood once I found it. So 8:46 now, should be back to work about 10 o'clock.
Well, as you can see, John does it again, this time incorporating canoe into his hunt. Another thing John incorporates into his hunts, like we all do, very important tool. Number one, it provides us the opportunity to do what we're doing right now and show you these hunts. But number two, it allows us to go back and review footage after the hunt and sometimes find that we did connect on that animal that we've already given up on and considered it a miss. So the camera has many valuable attributes to it. So I hope you enjoyed that episode, and now let's go to the turkey woods. One thing I want to say before we go to this episode, this section of this episode with the turkey hunt, my first turkey kill, I want to apologize for the quality of what you're about to watch. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this was the first turkey hunt we ever filmed for a show. Inexperienced cameramen, subpar equipment, no real idea of what we were doing. We had the hunting part down pat, but not the videography, and you can see it in this episode. A few little things that could have been done differently, but I think we salvaged enough of it to piece the hunt together and let you see it as it unfolded. It was a pretty neat ordeal. It was day 2 of Ohio's spring turkey season. Day 1, we seen several birds. Every bird we seen was henned up. Every bird we seen ignored us. Really frustrating. That night, Tom calls me and says change of plans for the following morning. We're going to hunt Fawn and Allen's property we've been trying to gain access to for years with no success. They granted us permission to turkey hunt that evening. So we were basically going in blind. I was second guessing whether to try it or not, or go back to where we were opening day. Going in blind, having no clue what to expect, was pretty unnerving. But like I said, we weren't ready with video equipment. We didn't have the right equipment. We didn't know how to operate the equipment we had sufficiently. But check it out. I think we've chopped it up enough to where it's watchable. I do know that being my first bird, it's a hunt that I won't ever forget. The fact that it was a double 20 minutes after we got set up on a piece of property we had never been on before makes it that much more special. We have since locked that property down, and it belongs to Tom and I now for hunting purposes, and we've turned it into quite a sanctuary for whitetail and turkey. But check this episode out. Apologize for the videography. I tried to fix it with the editing best I could, so I hope you enjoy it. Hey guys, Scott here from Main Beam Outdoors. It's Tuesday, April 19th, second day of Ohio's spring turkey season. Picked this property up last night, last minute, never hunted it. By 6:50 this morning, Paul and I had pulled a double. These birds come in with 2 hens. As soon as they hit the field, locked on the decoys, come straight to them. Game over in a matter of minutes. On a 20-pounder, 8-inch beard, 25-pounder with a paintbrush hanging off of his chest. Perfect morning. Couldn't get any better. Well, as you can see, I was being honest. Videography was horrible. The hunt was amazing. Quite an experience. But it was our first time. It was my first bird, first camera. Tom's first time running a camera. He had never done it before, and there were just little things that were overlooked that we weren't mindful of because it wasn't something that we do every day, like now. Now we don't go check the weather without running a camera. So I hope you enjoyed it. It was a very enjoyable hunt, very meaningful, and one that'll stay with me forever. To do it with good friends on property that we absolutely admired to no end and tried forever to get means a lot. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Another good one coming next week. Probably going to go back to the turkey woods for a couple hunts. I think we're going to catch up with Mr. Josh Hay and the Turkey Whisperer and follow him around for a little bit. Remember, take a kid and introduce him to the outdoors. They are the future of what we love to do now. They need to carry on that legacy. Let's get them off the video games, in the tree stand, in the blind, on the boat. Speaking of tree stands, blinds, and boats, if you're in the tri-state area as we are, Ohio, Kentucky, West Virginia, Border Sporting Goods in Ashton, Kentucky, gun safes, archery, firearms, fishing, they've got you covered for your outdoor needs. Great people to work with, great prices, awesome products, all the top name brands. So, until next time, have fun, stay safe, let's get ready for deer season. Thanks.